Hello， 大家好我是九。那我们来正式的念这一篇中英版本包思高版本的新约福音，路加福音第15章第1节。那刚才有先看我灵赞颂组这个 APP 上面的中文版本了，刚才我有先把中文版本复习一次。那我们现在来看这一本中英对照版本的，我就把它的英文念一遍好了，然后再中文翻译一次，然后我们来看一下它用的英文词大概都是什么意思。The parable of the lost sheep， 亡羊的比喻。它用 parable 是比喻的意思，这个词我没有听过。The tax collectors and sinners were all drawing near to listen to him。众税吏及罪人们都来接近耶稣。税吏叫做 tax collectors， 罪人是 sinners， sin 就是罪嘛。We're all drawing near to listen to him。都来接近耶稣，来为听他讲道。But the Pharisees and scribes began to complain。法利赛人和 scribes， 经师就是 scribes， 开始在窃窃私议说 saying, This man welcomes sinners and eats with them. So to them he addressed this parable. 就是说这个人交接罪人，又同他们吃饭。So to them he addressed this parable. 耶稣遂对他们设了这个比喻说 What man among you, having 100 sheep and losing one of them, would not leave the 99 in the desert and go after the lost one until he finds it? And when he does find it, he sets it on his shoulders with great joy, and upon his arrival home, he calls together his friends and neighbors and says to them, Rejoice with me because I have found my lost sheep. I tell you, in just the same way, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous people who have no need of repentance. 说你们中间哪个人有100只羊，遗失了其中的一只，而不会把99只丢在荒野，去寻找那遗失的一只，直到找到呢？找到了之后，你会喜欢的把它放在自己的肩膀上，来到家中，请他的友好及邻人来，给他们说：你们与我同乐吧，因为我那只遗失的羊又找到了。我告诉你们，同样，对于一个罪人悔改，那天上所有的欢乐，胜于对那99个无需悔改的义人。那这是第一篇亡羊的比喻 The parable of the lost sheep。 那再看第8节 The parable of the lost coin， 失钱的比喻。 Or what woman having 10 coins and losing one would not light a lamp and sweep the house, searching carefully until she finds it？ 或者那个妇人有10个打马，他打马就翻译成 coin， 就是10个钱币的意思。若遗失了一个打马，而不点上灯，打扫房间，细心寻找，直到找到呢？ And when she does finds it, he calls together her friends and neighbors and says to them, Rejoice with me because I have found the coin that I lost. 细心寻找，待找到了，他就请朋友及邻人来说：你们与我同乐吧，因为我失去的那个打马又找到了。In just the same way, I tell you, there will be rejoicing among the angels of God over one sinner who repents. 我告诉你们，对于一个罪人悔改，在天主的使者前也是这样欢乐。好，那再来讲第11节 The parable of the lost son。 那这篇就是有名的浪子回头了。 Then he said, A man had 2 sons, and the younger son said to his father, Father, give me the share of your estate that should come to me. So the father divided the property between them. After a few days, the younger son collected all his belongings and set off to a distant country, where he squandered his inheritance on a life of dissipation. When he had freely spent everything, a severe famine struck that country, and he found himself in dire need. So he hired himself out to one of the local citizens, who sent him to his farm to tend the swine. And he longed to eat his fill of the pods on which the swine fed, but nobody gave him any. Coming to his senses, he thought, How many of my father's hired workers have more than enough food to eat, but here am I, dying from hunger. I should get up and go to my father, and then I should say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I no longer deserve to be called your son. Treat me as you would treat one of your hired workers. So he got up and went back to his father. While he was still a long way off, his father caught sight of him and was filled with compassion. He ran to his son, embraced him, and kissed him. His son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I no longer deserve to be called your son. But his father ordered his servant, Quickly bring the finest robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Take the fattened calf and slaughter it. Then let us celebrate with a feast, because this son of mine was dead and has come to life again. He was lost and has been found. Then the celebration began. Now the older son had been out in the field, and on his way back, as he neared the house, he heard the sound of music and dancing. He called one of the servants and asked what he might mean. The servant said to him, Your brother has returned, and your father has slaughtered the fattened calf, because he has him back safe and sound. He became angry, and when he refused to enter the house, his father came out and pleaded with him. He said to his father in reply, Look, all these years I served you, and not once did I disobey your orders. Yet you never gave me even a young goat to feast on with my friends. But when your son returns, who swallowed up your property with prostitutes, for him you slaughtered the fattened calf. He said to him, My son, you're here with me, and you're here with me always. Everything I have is yours. But now we must celebrate and rejoice, because your brother was dead and has come to life again. He was lost and has been found. Okay,